Dear participants of the 2026 Media Workshop organized by Forum International de la Météo et du Climat, I'm pleased to address you as Director of Earth Observation Programs and the European Space Agency and as head of ESA-ESRIN establishment here in Frascati. For those of you there in person at ESRIN, it was an honor to have hosted you yesterday, and I hope that through my presentation, the talks of my colleagues, the visits to the labs and exhibitions, you were able to see and better understand the power, benefits of satellite Earth observation data in understanding and communicating on the state of our planet. For those of you joining and the others online today, I know that today's program on understanding Earth from space will be very rich and interesting, and it was designed to look at the crossroads of satellite data, artificial intelligence, and communications in terms of how all of this can support a wider understanding of the topic of climate adaptation. I unfortunately cannot be there with you, but for the benefit of the online participants who did not hear the presentation yesterday, I'd like to take the chance to explain you briefly about Earth Observation Program at ESA. And in fact, this program is central to the agency mission to the understanding, protecting, and managing our planet. And through the Earth Observation Program of ESA, ESA provides Europe and the wider international community with a unique long-term capacity to observe Earth system and respond to global environmental challenges. This program rests on two complementary pillars, the scientific one and the operational one. On the scientific side, ESA develops what we call Earth Explorer missions, which are designed to answer fundamental questions about how the planet works. In fact, later today, you will hear from an internal research fellow one of these missions called EarthCare. And over the Earth Explorer mission, we deliver measurements on ice sheet, ocean, land surface, atmospheric composition, the Earth gravity and magnetic field, and we deepen understand the processes and the long-term changes on our planet. Also important is the role that ESA has in operational Earth observation mission and for society. And in this respect, ESA is responsible for design, development, and operation of satellite missions supporting the European Union Copernicus program. The Sentinel satellites provide free open data, continuous data, that underpin services like climate, environmental protection, disaster response, maritime safety, agriculture. And this operational framework is complemented by the meteorological mission, where we work in partnership with EUMETSAT, where we have weather forecasting, nowcasting, and also climate monitoring missions. And these missions, the meteorological one, give us information on cloud, winds, temperature, humidity, composition of the clouds, and they help society preparing for extreme weather events and climate-related risk. I also would like you to see that Earth observation at ESA is going well beyond satellites, building, and data. We work on ground system, we work on distribution of the data, digital platforms, and actionable information for everybody. We work on downstream application, innovation, partnership with industry and international organizations. And Earth observation programs provide the evidence that we need for decision makers in agriculture, energy, many sectors. We enable Europe like this to lead in climate science, in environmental adaptation. We help to build for a safe and sustainable future. And when I was approached last year, when we asked ESA if we were interested to host the Salon de la Météo this year, we said, of course, yes, and hope you will benefit from being here at ESA, that this will align with your needs in terms of outreach, in terms of the understanding of we can address environment, climate, and environmental challenges we face. In closing, I'd like to say to the organizer, I'd like to thank them, particularly the Forum de la Météo et du Climat, for all the work you are making, the workshop happening, and the raising awareness that you do in terms of the satellite potential, the means that we have today in Europe. Final thanks, also appreciation to the participants of the workshop, to you, to your commitment to explaining how important and often very complex information doses. And in this world of increasingly questionable content, your presence here is inspiring, and I hope it's ground-based in terms of collecting information on what you can say and do next steps. So I wish you really a great workshop today and success in your future endeavors.